So we got two screens here. We got the session view. Session view is here, and the arrangement view is here. And let me just name this set real quick. We'll just call this one, let's see here, let's put this in teaching. And yeah, Ableton teaching projects, here we go. And we'll just call this one Ableton Intro. And the arrangement view is like a traditional view for like Logic, Pro Tools, stuff like that. It's what you're used to seeing. The link to download Ableton, it's ableton.com. And just click on the trial. It's also, I don't know, I sent you an email about it a while back too, but ableton.com, and just get the intro. Anyway, so we have this one here, and this one is just like a regular DAW, any kind of DAW. This one here is a little bit different though. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this one. And this is the one where I usually start with for just getting ideas and stuff together. Different people like to do it different ways, but my opinion is that if you're only using this, this view here, that you're kind of wasting the power of Ableton Live. I think it's really important to get to the point where you can use both views, but in the beginning you choose one or the other and kind of go with that for a while. But I wouldn't get stuck here in the arrangement view. I would kind of try to learn how to use the session view, even though it's very different from what you're used to. Over here on the left hand side we have all of our collections and categories and sounds and places and things on my computer. I can load all these folders, all these file folders into my Ableton Live preview browser over here on the left, so I can drag things over. It's where all my samples live, and you can make your own folders and put your own folders in there as well. You can also get all your plugins and stuff in here. All your collections are up here, which is like your favorites. Up here across the top is your metronome and your time signature and your tempo, BPM. You got your global quantize here, which we'll talk about later. Then you got your play, stop, and record, your transport basically. Various buttons that kind of control things in Ableton Live, which we'll come back to. You got your loop on, which only works in the arrangement view, so we're not really going to be messing with that much today. Over here you've got some things that show you what's going on. So if I'm hitting keys, you can see some of these lights lighting up here. We got keyboard mode and our MIDI mode, so we can assign things to keys on our keyboard or knobs and faders on our MIDI controller. Then we've got here our different views. We can switch between them. The other thing to do is you can hit the tab key to switch between them as well. And then down here in the lower right hand corner we've got like show hide tabs, so like little buttons that kind of show and hide things. So in our IO section here, our record, our return section down here, our mix section here, stuff like that. And you can see they're slightly different on the different views here. So if you don't want to see certain things on your screen, you can just turn those on and off. And we're also going to talk about the shortcuts for those as well. Down here across the bottom, this actually has two different views down here, and you can switch between them by hitting Shift Tab. So if I go ahead and put a MIDI clip in here by double clicking, you can Shift Tab between these. Now, keep in mind, I am going fast right now because I just want to do a quick overview of everything. Then we're going to come back and dive into things more as we get deeper into the program. So I can just hit Shift Tab. I can also kind of click back and forth between these two buttons down here. Let me get my pointer on. So these two buttons down here, I can click back and forth between them so that we can see different views. And the one view here, which is our device view, this basically shows us any kind of effects that we have on the track, any instruments. It's like your slot view in Logic and in Pro Tools. It shows you all your inserts. That's what this is down here. This is kind of your insert view. Shows you any plugins that you have going on. Then we have here, if we Shift Tab, this here is our our clip view. This shows us what's going on with our MIDI clips and audio clips. And this has a few different things, windows going on as well, so you can turn those on by clicking these dots in the lower left-hand corner. And you can see what's going on down here as well. These are all things that I definitely recommend that you explore, but we are going to be talking about them in more detail as the days go on. Now, what's really important about this to understand is that this view down here shows us either MIDI clips or audio clips, depending on what we're looking at. So for example, right now, this is a MIDI clip, and what I'll do is I'll drag in an audio clip. I'm just going to grab in a sample from a sample library that I have here. Let's grab in something from from Samplephonics, and we'll just go in here. Let's use Samplephonics, one of my favorite libraries here. And here we'll go down to one of my favorites in here is Pajama Beats. And these are pretty cool. They're just kind of weird little beats and stuff. So I'll just grab some of these electronic beats. And if I click on it, it's going to go ahead and play it for me. I'm going to go ahead and use that one there. And if I turn on my metronome here, you can hear my metronome. Right. So I can go ahead and I'm just going to loop that right there. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's go ahead and ban you, because that's super annoying. There we go. All right, so I have that there. And now what I can do is I can go ahead and throw in a drum beat here. Right, there we go. There we go, cool, right? Oops. And if you're used to doing like FL Studio, this view is kind of like the drum recorder in FL Studio. Add another drum kit in here. Cool, I'm just gonna make another kit right here. There we go. There we go. There we go, just restart that there real quick. Cool. Now what you'll notice that I just did was I just took this marker right here, you see this marker here, and I just moved it around. This is actually the start marker for your clips, so you can move that around and start your clips in different places. You can see this is a 4-bar clip. If I go down here in the bottom, I can change that to a 2-bar clip, whatever I want there. And as it's playing, I can just go ahead and add in more tracks. And this is where the real power of this comes from. So I can just add in more tracks and I can just start adding things in. And I'll add this one in right here. And I can play these in. I can play. There we go. Cool. Turn that down a little bit. I'm just going to keep going with this. I'm just going to keep adding stuff in. I'm just going to add some more drum loops in here. Awesome. And now while it's going here, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my metronome here. And let's go ahead and throw an EQ on that. So I'm just going to go up here and grab my 8-channel, my normal EQ8 here, and I double click it and it throws it on the track down here. And I'm just going to cut out some of these low frequencies here. Change that, move this up. So I don't want to have too many low frequencies. Let's add a little synth line in here or something. I'm going to go into one of my plugins here, and keep in mind I'm not worried about what plugins you do or don't have. I'm just going to grab some plugins that I like to use, and we'll use the let's use the let's go in here and use the I'm going to grab this Buchla easel here. It's a a pretty fun one. And we're going to go in here to our let's see, sequences, and let's play this. And I go ahead and turn this down. Okay, we'll go ahead and let's do it. So I just captured that. And let's just go ahead and stop that for a second because that's not locking in there. Hold on one second. Come on, lock in, baby. There we go. Awesome. There we go. Cool. Open that back up there, and we can go in here, we can kind of mess around with some of these. There we go. Mess around with some of these controls in here. Let's grab I'm gonna grab pigments now. Drag this in here. And this is kind of how I just kind of build up songs when I'm going really fast on stuff. I'll just kind of go in here and grab some things and just kind of start messing around with stuff. Let's see what this one says. Flip through. Cool. Let's put an effect on that. Let's put a mauve. Sweet. And let's just do like a little lead line thing in here, just to kind of finish it off. What are we gonna use? Use Diva. Just do something like that in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send this one over here to my reverb. Get a different reverb going on here. Grab just that part here at the end. Let's grab. Reverb in here. You can see I've got like a little bit of a, these ones are a little bit off here, so I'm just going to move them over. Cool. Now, while this is still playing here, let's go ahead and record something in here. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2. I'm just going to record this in. Check, 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 1, 2. Oops, that is not a sub 37. It's my vocal right now. I've got that set up for my old audio interface. Check. Hey, hey, hey. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got our vocal there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put some effects on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What we'll do is we'll put some guitar rig on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are you, guitar rig? 1, 2, 3, 4. There you are. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you saw the news, Guitar Rig 6 is coming. 2, 3, 4. Which should be pretty cool. 3, 4. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do some rhythmic effects, remix effects. Let's see what that does. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put another effect on this. Much better. Sweet. All right. Now let's take our drums and kind of move those around together. So then here's our bass drum. This one was our closed hi-hat. I think we had a clap in here too, right? Yeah. Let's just extract that guy out. There we go. Cool. Here's our hand clap. There we go. This one was our bass drum 2 type of thing. What was this? Oh no, that was our bass drum 2. What was this? Oh, that's our snare drum 2. That one's our bass drum 2. And this is our ARP bass. This one, what's this? Haha, more cowbell. Funny. Hey Joey, what's up? I saw you earlier, I just didn't mark you down because I was in the middle of something here. This one here, let's just call this one a synth stab. And here's our keys. And this is our lead. There we go, and our vocal here. And I'm just gonna color all these drums the same color as I like to do. And then the bass here is gonna be my bass color. And these here can be the colors they are, that's fine. And my vocal here will be a green color here. And now when I'm looking at it, I can kind of see what everything's doing. You know, they're all kind of connected together. Actually, these ones, this one here, I'm gonna make this one also a purple color. Yeah, there we go. Just because they're all synthy sounds. And now my drums, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna group these together. And I'm gonna group them the same way that we might group stuff in Pro Tools. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new audio track here. I'm gonna keep it the same color as my drums. I'm gonna call it drum group. And I'm gonna send all these drums here to that drum group. And they're gonna cut off for a second, and now I'm gonna cut them back on. There we go. Now I'm gonna grab a preset over here. See what's going on here. All right, turn that threshold up a little bit. And adjust this guy here. Let's put another kick drum underneath this one here. Let's put like an 808 kick to make it give it some punch. So we'll go in here, and with this one here, I'm gonna recycle this. There we go. And now, and I'm gonna group my 2 drums together. This is my bass drum 909. I'm gonna group these together here. And so these groups here, this group here is gonna go to the drum group. But what I'm gonna do is on this group here, I'm gonna put some effects on here just to kind of tie them together. Come on you, why are you not? Okay, so I got that. Wait, why are... Oh, my closed hi-hat. Wait, what are you then? What are you? Oh, you're that closed hi-hat. Okay, you're the closed hi-hat 808. And you... You need to be separated out. Hold on one second. Let me just separate this dude out. Yeah. Extract. There we go. Put you back over here. Closed hat 909. Just make sure we're organized. Keep our kick drum, this other kick drum over here as well. Boom, boom, boom. Close you. Cool. Close you down. So, all right, so we got these here, and we'll turn you off. Wait, why are you still playing? Oh, wait. Oh, because you're going to the... What's happening here? Stop. Oh, what's happening because I duplicated that track. I don't want you. There you go, get out of here. All right, cool. So now I just got these here, and these ones are going to go to the bass drum group. Boom, 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 bass drum group. You go to your group. There you go. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to throw on here, let's throw on a nope. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Too far. Delete that. We don't want that sound. Let's just throw on like a couple of effects here. I'm going to use the glue compressor, and we'll use the saturator. And the saturator, we'll kick up the drive a little bit. Actually, we'll just use the preset here for a warm up, a bit warmer. And we'll use this one here. I'm going to take this down here, and we'll take it all the way down. Turn our ratio up to 10. Attack all the way to the slowest one, the release to the fastest one. And now you can hear how that just kind of sucked everything out of it, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to put this back in here. There we go. Let's turn that down a little bit. Yeah. There we go. There's that. Let's throw this here in front and see what that does. Okay, nice. I'm going to shape this bass drum sound a little bit here. Make this a little bit like a less of a bass drum. Here, let's just solo that one out. So you can hear just the beginning of it, right? We want a little bit more than that, but let's just do this. There we go, because we don't want it to be too long like a normal 808. And there's still a little bit of distortion on it as well, like a little bit of like saturation on it, but what I'm going to use is I'm going to use my Sound Toys decapitator here for this. Actually, let's just throw it on the whole bass drum here. Decapitator is one of my favorite plugins, unless it's going to crash my Ableton Live session. Oh, I do have that iLock. That's why you're acting all weird. I have that iLock somewhere. It's like one of my few things that's actually locked into my iLock and not my, where are you? That's what I get for cleaning my room. Somewhere. I'll find it after our break. Unless it's over here. You over here, iLock? I know you are somewhere. What's up, Captain? Alright, well, we'll come back to that. Yes, yes, I know. I know you couldn't be loaded. All right, so we're going to use, instead of the decapitator, instead of that one, let's use a, oh, here, we'll use Camel Crusher a little bit. Camel Crusher is all right for a situation like this, although it's doing some, oh, too far. There we go. Nice little, yeah, British clean there a little bit. Turn that mix down. There we go. Here, it's giving it a nice little knock in there. Here, you can change that sound a lot right there. Now, Camel Crusher, I think it's kind of hard to get your hands on Camel Crusher these days. All right, there we go. Cool. All right, so we got this over here, got our drum over here happening. We can shape our sound a little bit further here. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and mess around with these sounds a little bit more. What I'm gonna do here is I've got all these. Okay, we got these here. Get everything else back in there. All right, so we got this here, and can lay the stuff out. And all these clips going across here, right? Hold on, let me just grab. Oops. I'm just gonna paste the names in here. I've got some macro shortcuts set up on my keyboard here. So I can just go ahead and paste these in. I can just copy and paste them by hitting keys really quick on my keyboard. But you can see how quickly I can just go ahead and copy and paste stuff here. Okay, that's already there. And I can lay these things out like this. And it looks like this just plays. Okay. Got this here. And I can arrange things out in kind of like an order here. So I've got everything going here in the beginning, and I can just arrange this stuff out and have different things kind of come in and play at different times. My voice and make it a little bit lower. There we go. Cool. And now I can go back and forth between these different setups. What I'll do in here to make this one stop is I'll put a MIDI clip in here. And I'll put a thing in here and I'll do a speaker on. Turn that off. There we go. Off, you're off. So if I hit play on this, it'll mute my speaker. There we go. And any of these, make sure we have that speaker turned on. There we go. So if I hit this, it'll play it. Yeah, cool. There we go. Yeah. So basically what I just did was I just assigned some automation to to basically mute my speaker when it got to this point right here. So when I hit play on it, it just mutes the speaker there. So it's not playing through, even though the ARP was continuing to play, we can see there's still audio in here. Yep, that's exactly what this is. So now I can just mess around and I can just be like, all right, what works? I can turn this on right here. Exactly. Yep. I'm just gonna pull it down here. So now if I wanted to go, I've been playing this for the whole time. So if I wanted to go ahead and record this into my arrangement view, now I just want to make a quick arrangement of it. I can go ahead and do that real quick, make a quick little arrangement of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit record up here and go over here. I'm going to start playing. And you'll notice that when I do that, it's actually recording everything into my arrangement view here. I'm going to hit play on this next one here. I'm going to play some ideas out here. There we go. Just hit stop on that. So Nico says, can you name each scene in that master tab? Absolutely, you can. And actually, what's really cool about this is if you can name this like intro, whatever. You just hit Command R to rename anything in Ableton Live. It's a little bit confusing at first because most everything else you just double click to rename it, but Ableton decided to not have it like that. They decided to make it so you have to hit Command R, so you hit Command R to rename it. But what's really cool about these master scenes over here, if I hit Command R and I name it BPM and a number, like let's name it BPM and I don't know, 100. Now what happens is, wait, BPM 100, wait, did they change it? Strange. I feel like they may have changed that for some reason. BPM 100? Well, now Ableton's making me look silly. It used to be that if you named it a BPM and a number, it would change the tempo to that, but it doesn't seem to be doing it like that. Maybe they changed how to do it, and I didn't get the memo on that. Well, I'll have to come back to that because that's a really cool feature, and if they took that out, I'll be pretty surprised. Whatever, I'll have to come back. All right, so yeah, but you can rename them whatever you want. Obviously, that is something I'll have to look into, but yeah, you could name it intro, you can name this one, you know, whoops. Can name this one, you know, verse, whatever you wanted to name it. And so you have it right there in front of you. And you can also assign these to different controllers, keys on your keyboard, keys on your controller keyboard, buttons, whatever you want. You can assign it to play these from your controller, whatever you want. Then also what we see here is what happened over here. Maybe it won't change it because I've got data over here. I'm not sure. Anyway, I go over here and we can see now I've got everything that I just played is in here, and what I can do is I can do this, and let's go ahead and put in, let me just rename this bass drum one group. And what I can do is, we can see everything I just did in here, and I can edit stuff. And this isn't an audio recording, which is really important to understand about this. It's not an audio recording. This is actually all, my clips have been recorded into this view. So my MIDI clips and stuff like that are all in this view over here. So I've got this, and I can hit play, and I can edit this as a normal song like you would with Logic or Pro Tools or something like that. I go over here.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Cool. Now over here I've got this drum loop, and what I can do with this drum loop is we can take it and copy and paste it around. We can edit this just like you would with Logic or Pro Tools or anything like that in this view here. So we can see I've got some audio clips here, and I've got some MIDI clips up here. And what I can do in this audio clip here, let's just say I just wanted to grab this one and I just want it to be like some kind of weird part of this. I can just take this and edit this one little loop right here.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
And then I'm just going to take this over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that right there. And this one here, I'm just going to join it all together. It's going to make a new audio loop here. And inside this audio loop, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to go to my clip, I'm going to go to transposition, and I'm going to go ahead and make this one kind of go down in pitch over the whole time of that there. I'm going to make it go down 12 clicks there.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, there we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And what I might want to do is duplicate this. It's got kind of like that little hi-hat line going on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all these and get rid of them. And this one here, we're just going to have this going kind of constantly in the background. I kind of like having that being constant in the background there. So move all that stuff down. I'm just going to call this one symbol Sam loop. There we go. So now what I want to do is I want to take it so it's not in this section right here in this one. So what I'll do is I'll go into my clip and I'll go to my volume here, and I'm just going to turn down the volume for that one section there. So now it's not in that one section, so we're not going to hear it. So now what we're listening to is right, but what's going to happen is when we put it with this one, like that, now we're going to hear both of them. So it kind of becomes part of it there. I'll turn it up a little bit. I'll turn this one down. I'm also going to put an EQ on this to kind of EQ some stuff here. Turn it down right there. There we go. So that one part isn't quite as loud. There we go. And I'm going to put a little effect on this one here. I was going to put a Sound Toys effect on it, but let's not do that. Let's put that towel chorus on there. Well, let's use this one, this new chorus thing that I just got. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. There we go. Sweet. Turn this kick drum down a little bit. Awesome. And you can see it did this like little weird thing where it just played an empty clips right there, right over here. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes Ableton Live does that, so I just took that out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And we can get rid of any of these in here. Sweet, and I'm gonna add this one in here so it just knows that it's copy and paste this over here. There we go. So we have the stop at the end there, and then all these I'm just gonna drag them over to right there so it ends all at the same place. Good stuff. Awesome. Now if I want to bounce this out, what I'll do is I'll just set a marker here in the beginning. Let's just put a marker there, boom, and let's put a marker here at the end, boom. We can name this one Command R to rename stuff. We're gonna call this one top. And over here, number 2 here, we're gonna call this one end. And I'm just gonna drag across from the top to the end one, hit Command L, so I have a nice little loop there, which you don't have to do that part, I just like to do it. You do have to select it all though. But I just like to have it all, I like to have a little marker across the top. You don't need to do that though. Command Shift B, or no, Command Shift R rather, sorry. We're gonna bounce out this master track. I'm going to put a little mastering on it here. Don't need you. Let's go here to my groups again. Master Ableton Live. I'm not gonna play it out because it's gonna be a little bit too loud here. I'll play it once we get into iTunes. So we got this here, boom, master. Actually, let's hear. I will play it. I'm just gonna turn it way down here. Yeah, you can hear it's a little bit overdriven here. I'm gonna turn down my inputs here. There we go. Cool. Cool. All right, that sounds like it'll be okay. I mean, again, I'm not really mastering this for real. I'm just basically making it louder overall, just for like a demo. And we're gonna go in here to our PCM, encode PCM right here. File type WAV, bit depth 24, dither options, no dither. If I wanna record an MP3 as well, I just click on this MP3 here and hit export. And it doesn't give you any options, it just records MP3 at constant bit rate of 320. It's just like the basic, the highest quality MP3 that you can do. And we're gonna go in here to this one and we're gonna find, where do we save that? In here, recent places, Ableton intro, .wav, cool. Usually I would make a folder, bounces, with the name of the folder, Ableton intro, bounces, boom, there we go. And now it's gonna render that out. And once it renders it out, we can just double click it and stick it into iTunes. Or you can send it to your friends or whatever you wanna do. So let this do this, and we'll just double click it to make sure it's sounding pretty good. Let's open up iTunes in the meantime. There you are. And I'll turn the volume down on iTunes so we're not blasting ourselves out. It's encoding this as an MP3. There we go. Now let's just find where it put that. Over here. Always make sure you know where things are, where it's putting stuff, or always make sure that you know what it's named so you can find it again later. I don't know how many students I've had come to me and say, Tony, I can't find my file, and I just have to say, I don't know where you put the file. I don't know what you named it. I don't know where you put it. So you'll have to find it yourself. Not much I can do at this point. So here's my MP3. You can see it's 3.6 megs. There we go. Cool. Oh, you know what? It bounced it out super low because I had my master fader turned down. Hold on, let's put that master fader back up and let's rebounce that. Yep. Intro. There we go. It's going to say, do you want to replace it? Yes. The answer is yes, 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 yes. I want to replace it. There we go. All right. In the meantime, let's listen to some Om Nom. Om Nom is fun. Yeah, I'm a fan of Om Nom. The original artist is one is Ardalan, who is awesome, and then the remixer is Om Nom. It probably gets into something like this, which is nice. Some weird stuff. Anyway, let's double click on this and see what we got in an hour. There we go. Our nice little electro jam. It's like an M85 from 2008 or The Knife, something like that. All right, cool. So there you go. That is Ableton Live in a nutshell, all the different things you can do. There's a couple things that I didn't really do. I didn't really bounce any audio from one track to another or anything like that, which we're definitely going to show you how to do that. I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording right now.